Give y'all a minute to slide up in here. Some good stuff. Anybody with a sweet tooth that don't want to load themselves up on sugar and calories. What's good, folkers? Yo. How y'all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, all that good shit. Wherever you're in the world. Whatever time zone you're in, it's all good. A lot of shit going on. That I'll touch on real briefly. On my way to take the truck in to get it serviced. So, I figured I'd come on here and talk about a few things. Talk about the Project Veritas situation. Talk about the New York City Mandates and how BLM is protesting the hokey pokey mandates. Because it's racist. You know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about the irony of that and how now all these conservative folks, as well as people like Tim Pool, agree that the hokey pokey mandates is basically it's systemic racism. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's very interesting. Also, we can get into Chris Rock's stupid ass. Chris Rock is an idiot, y'all. They put these Negroes out here, these celebrity Negroes, to try to influence black people to do certain shit. And I'm so glad people are finally starting to see that shit. More and more people are finally starting to see it. And we're getting smarter, people. We're getting smarter out here in the world. We're not just falling for any old thing anymore. People are actually waking up. They're using their critical thinking skills. But, mainstream media, they want you to think, oh, well, everybody, 90% of people agree with the mandates. 90% of people want universal background checks. They try to present you this idea that the majority of people want tyranny. And that, that's not really the case. Yes, the majority of people do want tyranny, but not nearly as much as, people think. You know what I mean? So we're starting to see shit. And this Chris Rock, man, if y'all know why Chris Rock is an idiot, this guy got hokey pokeyed. He's now GMO, right? Chris Rock is GMO. And he's been GMO for some months. But now he ends up getting Modelo 19. He gets Modelo 19, right? Even though he's GMO now, right? We know this can happen. We know that we know becoming GMO protects you from jack shit. But, I want y'all to pay attention to this dude, this idiot Chris Rock, right? Excuse me. So, what does he do when he finds out that even though he's now a GMO, which is a genetically modified organism, if y'all are confused as to why people who get the jab are GMO, I will explain it to you in a minute. So, Chris Rock is GMO, gets Modelo 19, and judging from what he says in a tweet, right? He says, oh, guys, I just found out that I have Modelo 19, and, it's no joke, blah, blah, blah. You guys need to go out and get the hokey pokey. I want y'all to to think about what he just said there, right? Now, he didn't mention that he was already GMO, but he is GMO, right? He got the Johnson & Johnson single shot, but he's GMO nonetheless. This guy is still encouraging people to get the jab, even though he knows for a fact that it does not protect you from getting Modelo 19. And I'm wondering how serious it is, since he's like, oh man, it ain't no joke. You don't want to get this thing. Is it hitting him hard? Is he suffering greatly from this shit? Is it I mean, come on. Does he have a bad case of Modelo 19, despite the fact that he's now GMO? Why would you sit? I don't understand it. What do you have to gain from pushing the hokey pokey onto people, knowing damn well it does not protect you? Why would you tell people to go out and get that? Is it because he's ignorant? He wants to claim ignorance. You know how I know he wants to claim ignorance? Because he was talking to somebody, doing an interview, and he was like, they're like, oh, well, you know, he goes against the argument of people don't know what's in the shot. You know, that's why they want to get it. And his stupid ass says, well, I don't know what's in the Tylenol, but I take that to get rid of my headache. You don't know what's in the Tylenol, but you're taking the Tylenol anyway. See, people think that's actually a good argument. People think it's a good argument to say, well, vaccines, all the other vaccines can give you adverse effects too. All these medications, they can give you adverse effects. They can possibly kill you, and this, that, and the third. They don't even know that they're proving my argument. I will not get any medication that the pharmaceutical industry pushes onto us if I can help it. I won't take any Modelo Night, any hokey pokey. I'm not going to get jabbed by anything. I haven't gotten hokey pokey in over 20 years. Yeah, so you're right. All these other things that the big pharma pushes onto you can harm you. That's why I don't put it into my body. You see what I'm saying? Yes, Tylenol is a chemical. Tylenol can cause problems to people. So they think this is a good argument. Well, other hokey pokeys has adverse effects and this, that, and third. Yes, other hokey pokeys have adverse effects. And this is even after they go through all the trials, all the studies that takes years and years and years, even after 10 years. Even after 10 years of fine-tuning and perfecting these hokey pokeys, they still cause harm to people. You see what I'm saying? And they still have shaky efficacy. So why would I take something that has even less time for people to determine what's wrong with it, that hasn't gone through extensive trials, that haven't gone through all these studies? Why would I continue? Why would I think that that's a good idea? And why would I think it's a good idea to push it onto my people even after I get Modelo 19 when I have become GMO? I'm GMO, but I still get Modelo 19 and it still hits me hard. But I'm still going to urge people to take. What the fuck is wrong with you? I hope people can understand and see how stupid these people are. How dumb. They're not even dumb. You know what? They're not even. They're intellectually dishonest. They're so into the narrative. They so want to push this thing on the people that they don't even care how stupid they sound. And that even goes for your boy, the numbskull Lucas. The numbskull Lucas, he's even stupider. He hasn't even gotten the Modelo 19 hokey pokey. But he's down on people. He looks down on people who don't want to get it. He wants to say, oh, you can't go to the hospital. What a fucking idiot. You don't even have you don't have the hokey pokey. But guess what? Now he's running around talking about, I can't taste the smell. I can't take the smell. Day 12 already. Yeah. Maybe you should have got the hokey pokey, huh? The retardation of these idiots. You know, he has no taste, no smell, a little bit of a cough. I don't know what else he got going on. I'm talking about the numbskull Lucas. But, you know, he is talking about getting the hokey pokey. And I bet his dumb ass is going to go out and get the hokey pokey, even if he knows that getting the hokey pokey can weaken his resistance, can weaken the antibodies that he's creating in his body. You know, his body is fighting this. He looks like he's not suffering too greatly. You know, so if he beats it, why would he need to go and get the hokey pokey? Why would he need to go get it? When it's been proven that natural immunity is 13 to 27 times stronger than hokey pokey immunity. So we'll see what the numbskull Lucas does once he gets over his little whatever he thinks he has with the no taste, no smell, a little bit of cough. Who knows what it is? But you know, and you think that he wants you to fall in line. He wants you to fall in line. He wants you to go and follow the guidelines. He wants you to listen to Anthony Frosty. He wants you to listen to the experts that say you should get the hokey pokey. You need to go get tested if you feel anything. Has he gone to get tested? Did the numbskull Lucas go get tested from Delta 19, even though he's on YouTube announcing the fact to hundreds of thousands of people that he has these symptoms? Is he going to go get tested? I don't know. But that'll definitely expose his hypocrisy if he does not get tested. If he doesn't go out and get tested, you know, because he believes in this whole thing. He thinks, you know, people need to get the hokey pokey. People need to go get tested. People need to, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and he has a problem with the mask mandates because, I don't want to go to the gym without a mask on. Like, he's a fucking idiot. He's an idiot. I'm done with that guy. But anyway, Chris Rock. Chris Rock is an idiot. If he believes the bullshit coming out of his mouth, if he believes the bullshit coming out of his mouth, he wants people to go get hokey pokey, even though he's hokey pokey and still contracted Modelo 19. Not a very intelligent man. Not very intelligent. We need to throw people like him out of our society. They're so eager to remove and ostracize the non-GMOs. No, we need to ostracize they monkey asses. Dismiss them. You know what I'm saying? And then there's this Australian swimmer, gold medalist, right? That was in the Japan games. Guess what? Her ass is hospitalized with Modelo 19. But she's double vax. She had both shots. She had both shots. But she's in a hospital with Modelo 19. Now I'm not sure if she's pushing the vaccine on the people or pushing the hokey pokey on the people. I don't know why I keep saying that word. Fuck around and get my shit struck. Mess around and get a strike, man. Anyway, it is what it is. But I don't know if she's pushing it. But look, this is what happened. She becomes GMO, and now she's hospitalized. Same thing happened to Oscar De La Hoya. Same thing happened to Jason Jackson and his wife. His wife ended up in an intensive care unit. I don't know what happened to her after that. I haven't done a follow-up, or I haven't been updated on that. But this, I mean, come on. But this is what we want to tell people to go out and do. This is what we want to encourage. We want to act like this. We want to act like the hokey pokey is the best thing that happens to sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? And then And then Anthony Frosty goes on to CNN, and they're like, there's a study coming out of Israel that is saying that natural immunity can be stronger than is stronger than hokey pokey immunity. And they're like, so what's the deal? Should people who've already had Modelo 19 and got over it, should they go get hokey pokey? You know what this fool said? Oh, I'm not sure. I gotta go. We gotta test the durability. We gotta test the durability of the natural immunity. We don't know how durable it is. Damn. Doing that scratchy ass voice, scratch my throat. But this guy, the durability, you have to test the durability of natural immunity. The durability. Let's see here. Natural immunity to Modelo 19 has been around a lot longer than hokey pokey immunity. So you have a lot more data in regards to natural immunity than hokey pokey immunity. But you'll sit up here and tell us that we need to find out how durable it is. Well, if the shit is 13 times stronger, if natural immunity is 13 times stronger than hokey pokey immunity, I would venture to guess that, guess what? Natural immunity is probably more durable, right? Probably more durable. But you want to sit up here and act like, oh, we need more data. No, the data's there. The data's good. No, that's a non-answer. Anthony Frosty gave us a non-answer because he knows the answer is really, if you have natural immunity, then you don't need the hokey pokey. That's the real answer, but he doesn't want to give that. But, this all lends credence to the idea that the Modelo 19 exists as they say it does. I'm still not convinced. I know people are getting sick. I know people are dying, in unusual circumstances and shit like that. And they want to say, yeah, it's the Modelo 19. But I can't sit up here and just say, oh, that's what it is. You know why? Because it hasn't been isolated. They haven't isolated this shit. They have to isolate it. It has to be isolated. They have to know what the fuck it looks like. They have to dissect. They have to do all the shit. They haven't done it. They haven't isolated the virus. So they can't sit up here and tell me that it exists and that it's doing what they say it's doing when they haven't even isolated it, visualize it. They haven't done that. They haven't done it. And they can't explain why. And this is my problem with germ theory. This is my problem with germ theory. They can't explain how, just like on the Princess cruises, right? All these people were on this cruise. Some of them had the Modelo 19. And they shared a room with their spouses that didn't have it. And they're all up in the room with them, close contact, all this shit. And many of the people on the Princess cruise did not contract Modelo 19. They didn't contract it. They never tested positive. And this has been going on all over the place. I know households right now where, yeah, this person tested positive. That guy tested negative. He keeps testing negative, blah, blah, blah. Never got sick, none of that. So I can't link credence to it. And it doesn't matter because we know what they're doing. We know what they're doing is they're just exercising control. We all know that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? And this is exactly what's going on in New York City. New York City is a testing ground on how we can use, hokey pokey mandates to control society. But it's backfiring. You know what I'm saying? Because these store owners, y'all know what's going on in New York, right? Apparently there's this restaurant or something called Carmine, and some black women went up in there. They had the Modelo 19 hokey pokey passport. You know, they had the little sheet. They had proof of it. You know, they were let in with no problem. And then a couple more people go in there that didn't have proof. And so this caused a big old issue. And then all of a sudden they're accusing these black women that had proof, that they're accusing them of having fake passports, fake papers. And so a fight breaks out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And now BLM is protesting the mandates. Because this is the reality. These people, these store owners, these business owners are going to use this whole mandate thing to exercise discrimination. It's just about that. That's what it is. Whatever they can do to exercise discrimination, that's what they're going to do. And in New York, I believe it's 35% or 38% of the people in New York, black people, 38% of the black people in New York are hokey pokey. Most of them are not, and they know this. And this I believe is why they want these mandates in the first place. And I'm talking about the politicians. I think they want them in the first place because they know they know black people don't want to get the hokey pokey. And it's not just black people, but anybody that's against the system, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's freedom minded, they're included as well. But they can really, like these Democrats that people think are so down for black people, you know, oh, these white Democrats, oh, they love us, they want to help us so much. We're finding out that that's not true. You know what I'm saying? White Democrats, I believe, are more racist than white conservatives. You know what I'm saying? They have this paternalistic air about them that they feel like they know what's best for us. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they don't look at us as equal. They don't think we're on the same level. So they think we're their children. They think that they know what's best for us. They need to take care of us. And at the same time, you know, they don't really want us hanging around in their circles. They don't want us hanging around. So this whole thing is exposing that. This whole thing is exposing that. And that's why BLM is out there right now doing what they're doing. It is what it is. It is what it is. And this is what happens when you have such a large, you know, this whole nation, right? It's too big for one central government to control. But that's what's happening. You've got a central government that is reigning over everyone, and people can't escape the system. They can't opt out. So they can't build their own shit. They can't be self-sufficient. You know, you can start a business, this, that, and the third, but your business is still subjected to, guess what? Your business is still subject to the iron grip of the government. And that's a grip that we need to remove from us. If anything, that's what this New York thing is showing me. Like, okay, this is how much, and this is just, come on, man. This is just New York City. We're talking about a single mayor, right? A single mayor, you know, pushes this edict, right? Initiates this edict. And he is able to change the dynamic of how that city runs. Everything he does, you know what I mean? And we're talking about one individual. We're talking about one man, a mayor, a governor, a president, with these executive actions that can affect everybody. Even if you choose not to follow it, guess what? You're going to have enforcers. They're going to try to make you follow it. So these little executive actions from these mere men are causing problems for everybody. It affects everyone, and it should not be like that. One president, one person should not affect the lives of over 320 something million people. It should not be like that. Everybody needs to be in charge of their own destiny. Everybody needs to be in control of their own lives. We should not hand our lives over. Stop sign, heifer. We should not hand our lives over to single individuals or small groups of individuals or the elites. That's what this is. That's what this has shown. This is what this has shown us. For many times throughout history, this is what happened. And guess what? This is just history repeating itself, y'all. In one form or fashion. And I'm here. Anyway, that's all I got for now, guys. So I just thought I'd bring that to you. Let me see. Christopher Alexander, Tina Hardman, Ohead Deuce, Sage the World. Yeah. People trying to blow through these stop signs. Make sure no one's coming before you do that. Jimmy Nguyen. All right, guys. Gotta get out of here. Much love, guys. And I'll probably hit you guys on the way back to the house. Peace.